me, and she just, I can't see your full name.
She just being honest. Thank you for having me. I don't know how much y'all been looking into this, but I've been following Diddy and all that shit before this came along. I'm not sure if you ever have you ever watched someone named Jaguar?
I haven't followed Jaguar, but Jaguar is the female
That's
that
exposing Diddy. Yes.
from the song, the one song, right? Who has the one hit wonder?
I believe so. But basically it's because I got the whole video. It's a whole video and it shows Diddy tripping out. But I'm gonna get into that. This man, I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was thinking like you. I was like, oh, you had young women trying to get the rich guy and all this such shit. But when I looked into it, Diddy is real life crazy. This man literally, did you hear the Young Jock situation before I even go into it?
No.
Okay, so Young Jock came out and said that he was at a party hanging out with his wife, Diddy, and Cassie. He said Diddy was at the up top on the bar. He said Diddy done hopped down and was like, Cassie. He said came straight to Cassie, was like, I want you to cut your hair. Shave the side your hair off. Young Jock said he looked at Diddy like, that's a strange ass request. And he said he looked at Cassie and said, you really gonna do it? And he said Cassie's response was, what Sean wants, Sean gets. And he said the next day, no, he said he looked up and he seen that it was a white woman with her side of her head shaved off, and said next thing you know, the next day she came with her head shaved off, the side of her head. And Jaguar, she up here and she sat up here and said that she said Diddy, he controlled everything that goes on with her because he owns everything with her name on it. So he literally owns this woman because he signed her so young. He got to her very young, like how he got to Usher real young. He had legal custody of Usher. Little do people know. Also,
Is that proof? Do you have
did
proof
you
of
not
that?
know? You said what?
Is there proof? Is there
Yes.
a legal proof that he had legal custody?
Yes. He
of
even said
Usher?
it out his own mouth. You can look up these videos. He got videos where he's saying this out his mouth that he literally got custody of Usher. Basically, when because these people was kids, just like Justin Bieber was a kid, he had to get custody, like basically consent from the parent that they gonna trust their kids in this man's hands while they're on tour, while they out doing what they do.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when you sign over, like, how DDG, I'm not sure if you follow these celebrities, but DDG, he took in a little kid also, and he got custody over that child because of the parent. And that's what happens to a lot of celebrities. Like, yes, Cassie, I believe her agenda was to, become a star. She seen something big for herself, but at the same time, she didn't know who she was truly dealing with. You get what I'm saying? Like, you only know the basic of the industry. Yes, you can, if you got talent, you know that they looking for talent, but you don't know behind the scenes how these people move. You ain't never seen them in a bad light. So everything that you may have seen that was good, that's a person not realizing that, oh, these people is just that shiesty. Because honestly, the world is built off of lies. So to me, a person like Diddy, I would expect him to have that type of power over his artists, meaning you signed to me. So anything that involves you involves me. And that's how that works. We in this bed together, baby. And guess what? So I'm not going to put it past her actions. Okay? I'm going to say this. We all have choices. But at the same time, I do believe, because like I said, I seen the video where Diddy tripped the hell out. He was in the video saying, what I want, what I get, throwing shit around, talking about if I don't get what I talking about, you must do what I say and all this shit. Like it's the shit is crazy. I'm gonna post it. If anybody think I'm lying, I'm gonna post it up on my page. But yes, this man, he definitely have a controlling problem. They said that he told Kid Cudi, stop. I guess he was messing with Cassie.
Okay, but so what is your? I'm just trying to get you to land the plane. What is the point of I understand you're trying to give me the backstory, but there's a 17-year-old that caught a plane clearly, caught a plane that went to a studio. Obviously, I guess, she may be into music, or I don't know what party and where Pierre met her at. And then, Diddy called her, and then they did this whole gang rape thing. But she flew out, and obviously, she got onto the private jet, and then when she came to the studio, this picture has surfaced of her being in his lap. And
I'm gonna fault her. I'm gonna only fault her for because it is said that she had a man, and you chose to basically lie to your man to go get on a plane and go see Diddy.
Having a man at 17 is insane.
And I said, why would someone,
Having a man at 17 is insane.
I mean, most girls, we know a lot of teenagers have boyfriends and shit like that. Like, that is nothing new. Like, to me, I'm not new to that. I'm used to looking at teenage kids dating and all that shit. So, and this is just me speaking.
You had so having a boyfriend at 17, you lied to your boyfriend, and you went to go take a flight, right? So there are choices that we all have in life. And those choices being that, I don't know if she was out on her own. Was she living by herself? Was she an adopted kid? Like, I don't know her parenting situation. I don't know who her parents were, how involved they were in her life. But it seems like, this was potentially a setup, as the parents knew that, your child was going to be, preyed upon, like, or just like a lot of the parents took their kids to the R. Kelly concert, or, allowed their kids to go to the R. Kelly concert, amid his reputation against children, being a child, M. So I don't know directly what, or what support she had behind her. Do I believe this situation? There's still questions that need to be answered. Do I think that there should be a time limit on reporting SA cases? I absolutely do. I feel that this has triggered a whole community. This Adult Survivors Act has triggered a whole community where everyone cannot be telling
truth
or reporting factual information. That's just what I feel. I don't feel that 3,000 cases are factual. I do believe that some of this is consented, and people absolutely know what they are doing.
I believe people know what they're doing too, but my thing is, like when I heard Diddy had supposedly put a pill down her throat, right? Or told her to take a pill or some shit. My thing is, if I know that, you know, somebody got a hold of my medical records, right? He got the power to get my medical records. He got the power to sit up here and, you know, take me away from my family. He have like the power to, cause my thing is they said that his security, he'll do shit to her, like beat her ass in front of the security and said security won't bust a move because they're not trying to lose their job or
Mute.
their.
Thank you.
Yeah, they said that the security would just sit up there and other people would just watch her ass get her ass beat because they saying nobody didn't want to mess with Diddy. Like, and I could see that. I could really see a man like that. Like basically a man in power who have that type of
And I'm on camera.
power over certain artists or certain people. I believe that everything can look good, and I feel bad for his kids because honestly, I believe you be going hard on your kids too at the same time.
Well, again,
I'm not
my
about
daughter
to I'm
ain't
not about
growing
to
up.
paint you as this horrible man, but I do feel like everything ain't glitter and gold like people trying to make it a be. Yeah, you got young girls in the industry that's trying to come up, but I believe when a woman turns down 250, like that's $250,000.
Okay, once more. Somebody's at work. We can hear your keyboard. Everybody, please mute if
Oh,
you're
that's
not speaking.
Worry.
Oh, my bad. I'm fixing my charger.
That probably was me. I'm sorry. I was working.
No problem. Thank you.
Desmond A came in swinging. All right, guys. I need you. That's my boo. I need for you guys to go ahead and like the page. I need to get, you know, let's get the numbers back up. And if you guys can support the live by tapping the screen. Also, I have a live goal to meet. I have 2 hours and 37 minutes to meet it. If you guys are just joining us, there has been a fourth woman who was a minor at the time that Diddy Combs has SA'd. She has came out and stated that Harv Pierre, who is the president of Bad Boy Records, and a third unnamed assailant has accused not only those two guys, but also Diddy of gang rape and also ex trafficking. I looked up the age for the age that a person could actually consent to having X, and the age was 17, which was consensual sex X, but obviously this was non-consensual, and she claimed that she was drugged. And very similar story to Miss Cassie here. So I have a set of women on the platform. Guys, if you want to come up, also I can accept 1 or 2 more guys on the platform. So I would love to get some people that agree with this and oppose with this. And also, if you guys can tap FYP in the chat, I would love to see that in the chat for me so we can go ahead and get these numbers back up. But welcome in. I think Desmond A, do you want to start? And then we'll go up from Desmond A to Aries, then Black Harvard, and then Worry.
Okay. Hi, guys. Desmond A here. So I'm going to speak from a place of compassion and understanding of a little bit of different laws because I also work with DV victims, SA victims, and I'm also a DV survivor. I don't think there should be a limit to reporting because there's no limit to other cases. So if you unalive somebody, they can come get you 20, 40, 50 years later.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? That trauma does not stop because the clock stopped. There are people that are in therapy. There are people that have mental issues, PTSD, all types of things. Also, there was this young man that said, "Oh, so Cassie's innocent." No one said that. No one said that. She made certain choices, nor does anybody think that when you sit here and make a choice to go be with someone that you're going to be abused.
Okay, so if you're innocent, then so if you're saying that she isn't innocent, and when you say no one said that, then if you're not innocent, then you're obviously guilty.
What I'm saying is the way that he worded his comment was like, oh, so she didn't do anything. Yes, she hopped on a plane. Yes, she went to go see someone. That was a choice that she made, right? And so therefore, those are choices that we make, but nobody gets on a plane and be like, you know what? I want to go get abused this weekend, unless you're into BDSM and kink, and we can get into that because I also major in that. But that was not what she wanted to do. She wanted to be loved. She wanted to excel in her career. She wanted to, because y'all can't name me one song that she got other than You and Me. It's me and you. Now, I can't name one. No shade, right? So if this young girl, we got to think about how a brain functions. She's 17. He's well over that. There is some leeway that he already has for his money, power, connections that he already has before she even got there. Right now, speaking to the young lady that has made it's the third one, right? Or the fourth one. It's the fourth one. When it comes to things like this, now we got to start getting real strategic, right? Because there will be people that want to just be in the mix just to be seen. You know? Now, if we're going to do this, let's convict him of the people that he really hurt, right? Don't just throw your name in the pile just because you want to be seen. Don't play that because it hurts people that have actually been SA'd and been victims of DV. And then when they come forward, they're looked at crazy because you want some money. Now, don't play like that. I don't play them games. And that's where I'm at. I support those.
When you say that as a female, you're going to accuse of victim blaming.
I'm not victim blaming. I want the truth, regardless. If you did something, you did something. But don't sit here and put something on someone else that you know is not true. That's not fair. If he's a monster, let him be a monster. You ain't got to add yourself into the haunted house.
If I sit here and I question, is this truthful or not? Then I am now the bad guy. And that's what I don't like, right? I did not question Cassie. I questioned as to why is it so long that we now, no. I questioned as to why she extorted him. That's what I question. As why did she extort him? Because clearly it was extortion.
Now, I agreed with you. What was that, like last week? I agree with you. I said the way she went about it, it could be viewed as exactly that.
Exactly.
And I did not disagree with you.
It was extortion.
And I said, hey, we gonna call a spade a spade.
We gotta call a spade a spade.
Just because I advocate, that doesn't mean that I can't look at something and be like, that look a little fishy. But I got your back until you prove me different, right? Because sometimes people, and I've seen this with victims that I work with, sometimes they don't know how to go about it until they get proper counsel and they have people that are surrounding them that support them properly. They just like, listen, I just want to get this over with, whatever it takes, this and that, the third. I feel like this is the best way, and that may not be the best way. And she did not take the best avenue at first, you know?
Right.
And so you have to be cognizant of how you move, because there have been so many women that will, and we're going to be honest, they don't look like me, that will accuse someone, and that's not true. That's been long-standing. History proves it.
Yeah.
So I understand how people think that, like, oh, you're victim blaming, but understand also, listen, guys, sometimes my friend, he be real raw with it, and I had to come back and clean it up with the footnotes. That's it. But nobody is blaming her. We're just trying to understand her thought process and how that needs to be dealt with better. I do believe that something happened, because there ain't no way I'm gonna settle in less than 24 hours with somebody lying on me.
Right.
Ain't no way.
I absolutely believe that he did it.
So
I
you
believe
guys
that
have your opinions, and that's fine. We can agree to disagree. Everybody's not going to agree on this. However, nobody knows other than the people that were around her and the people that were in those rooms with her, him and her, what really happened and what detriment that did to her mentally. And I'm going to lay my plane.
Thank you so much, Desmond, for cleaning it up, because I know sometimes I can be a little rough around the edges and people don't take kind to that.
I know. You're a saltine. I'm a Ritz. It's okay.
Period. All right. Aries lady, welcome in.
Thank you. So, hello, everyone.
Welcome.
So,
How are you?
I think I heard Desmond say that, and you as well. I can't pronounce your names. Is signature?
Desmond.
No. The host.
I seen Ty. You can just say Ty. It's fine.
Okay, Ty. So I think I heard Desmond say that, and also you, Ty, that it was extortion. I don't believe it was extortion, only because in New York they had the Survivors Adult Act, and that was about to expire on the 20th of November. So in order for Cassie or any victim to get their story out, they had to do it within that time frame.
Hold on, let me pause you right there, sweetheart. We're not talking about the second initial attempt to. This was the second attempt for her to take him for his money, right? Okay. The first attempt was, hey, you either give me 30 mil or I will write a tell-all book. That was the first attempt of the sit down between her and Diddy. And Diddy said, absolutely not. That's extortion. I'm not fixing to do it. You can kiss my ass.
Oh, I didn't know that there was a first attempt.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you do your research, baby.
That's what we were referring to. The book deal. Because she was not only, she was going around telling people that she was about to write this book. That's the extortion part. That's what we're referring to.
Okay, I only thought Kim Porter had a book coming out. So
who? Child, you see where she at?
Okay.
Well, I mean, I know she's deceased, but there was a book that she was writing, a tell-all book.
Right.
So I'm going to go back to the 17-year-old. Yes, she took a plane to go see Puffy, but I think I agree with Desmond on this one. She was young and she probably saw him as a powerful person, not realizing what she was getting herself into. I don't think there's a time frame when you should come out as a victim. You should be able to tell your story when you're ready to tell your story. And you shouldn't be shamed when you tell your story. And people are on the fence with that. I get it, but at the end of the day, I've never been a victim. So I can't advise someone when to tell their story and when not to tell their story. If I'm not in your shoes and I haven't walked your walk, who am I to tell you what to do and when to do it? Oh, he paused alive. Hello?
We can still hear you, hon.
That's why you cut me off. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. I appreciate you having me on your panel. It's a good discussion, but I'm gonna land my plane and go back to work. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Thank you.
I have do you think parents should be held accountable for some SA cases?
I think if the parents didn't know what their kids were doing, no. But in some cases, if the parent is putting your child out there, then you should be held liable for that because your only job really is to protect your child.
Okay. I got you. All right. So thank you so much for that, Aries.
Thank you, Ty.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Y'all have a great day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, babes. All right, Forever, welcome in.
Hey, thank you for having me up.
Good morning.
I basically just, I definitely feel like there should not be a time limit at all for cases like this. I haven't experienced it personally, but I have a mother who has, and this was somebody in the family, and it's never went to, court or anything of that nature, but the whole family kind of knows, but thank God that the whole family is aware of these things so that it doesn't happen again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for all these women coming out right now, exposing the truth and sharing their truth, because that takes a lot. It really does. To put yourself out there like that, that's not easy. That's scary. Diddy is somebody who everybody assuming, he got Tupac, Biggie killed, or whatever he did, or even his wife killed. You know what I'm saying? Just for almost putting out a book, I would be petrified to share.
Unalive.
Share anything.
Unalive.
Unalive, hun.
I'm sorry?
Say unalive, not the K word. We have to be cognizant of the language we use.
Okay. Unalived.
Thank you.
Yes.
No problem.
But yeah, so that answers the first question. And then the second question, should all SA cases be tried as a criminal case? Absolutely, because you're a criminal at that point. I mean, and you've been getting away with these things, and these things, he needs to do time. I'm sorry, he needs to do time.
So in that case, then, if you agree with all SA cases should be tried as a criminal case, what if they take out the civil case, because this is a criminal act, and I think that if it was a situation where it could just be criminal, I do not feel, or I do not think that a lot of people would not go up to.
I don't know why I keep thinking about it like this, but I think about it like, okay, as far as Black people asking for their reparations, are we saying, oh, such and such happened 400 years ago, we can't get our money because we're not affected by that when we are affected? You know what I'm saying? People are affected. I don't really know the difference between a civil or a criminal case, to be honest with you, but I feel like it shouldn't matter. I just feel like it shouldn't matter. It's a crime to assault somebody, regardless of the age, regardless as to whether they knew what they were doing or not. She was 17. Her brain is not fully developed to know what she was doing at that time.
So tell me this: what after 20 years, and you understand that you have been assaulted, right? And you understand that was a criminal act. Someone criminally violated your space, and how are you able to reach back after 20 years to help the next person that may gone through this? Because
you may have grown, you may have started to heal finally after 20 years, now to say, and then Cassie coming out, it's just like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't keep holding this. Maybe I shouldn't share.
Okay, one more time. Excuse me, ma'am. Please mute if you are not speaking. Y'all background noises is interrupting. We can't hear her. Thank you, guys.
So if a person, I was making this analogy earlier, right? Of saying that if a person unalives someone and they're a serial unaliver, and the media does not make the public aware of this serial unaliver who is going from state to state unaliving people, who would you hold accountable for us not being known or not, made aware of a person, or let's just even say not even serial unaliver, but a prisoner have escaped, a mass unaliver has escaped from prison that is mentally deranged, he is dangerous, and the media does not let you know that there is a person in your community, there's a prisoner in your community that has just broke free from jail, and you guys need to be on the lookout.
I think we have to remember.
You guys want that respect, and you guys want that acknowledgement of that. Hey, I need to know so I can keep my community and my people safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it isn't the same in this case of that? There should be a time limit of, hey, keep your community safe. The longer we sit on our hands, the longer we don't say anything, the longer that people know that I have 50 years before I can say anything, people are going to wait 50, 60 years to say anything. But it doesn't help anybody in that case. It doesn't help the people that are coming before you, or after you. It doesn't help the people that are coming after you.
In a way it does, because there could be somebody who's experiencing this right now who, they're gonna be inspired by what's going on. But I think we should also keep in mind that we unfortunately have a government that allows people to, instead of, oh, I want him to go to jail, I can just sue this person. I can just get some money from this person. The government allows that, so, and at the end of the day, yes, the woman should hold herself accountable to say, yeah, I did take this long, and some people might have been affected for such a long time, but I just don't think there should be any limitations on somebody's healing. Healing is not a linear thing. Healing is very up and down and up and down. And yeah, it might have taken 20 years to come out to share your story. It might have taken 20 years for you to build a case on this man. I don't think you're going to just come out and say such and such did this to me without having, good enough evidence to say this is what happened to you. And she's probably had the whole hair drug test done to say he did drug me. She probably does have all that proof. So, at the end of the day, our opinions really could matter less. It's really about the government that we have right now and what the government allows,
Right. All right. So Reggie, I want to what benefit is and then I'll go to Miss T. What benefit of it is it to stay on your to not disclose this information for people, of tomorrow? Like, how does that help our community?
I mean, if we were talking about a short time, like maybe a year or 2 years, there would be benefits to gathering your evidence, like she said. But when we're talking about 20 years, that's absolutely preposterous. And all the presumptions and assumptions that you're making, it becomes harder to prove them, especially after a decade, after 2 decades. It becomes really hard for anything that you bring up to not become hearsay in court. And I just want to give you a definition for what hearsay is. So that will be anything a declarant says while testifying at the current trial or hearing, or anything that the party offers as evidence to prove truth in a matter asserted in a statement. So if that stuff isn't made, everything that we're going to say, well, 20 years ago, I said this. It's going to be really hard to prove that as not hearsay when you waited 20 years. It's going to be really hard to make this stuff admissible in court. It's going to become almost impossible to have an actual case with this stuff 20 years ago. Well, such and such was here. I think his name was whatchamacallit. I think this guy was there, and half of these people are dead because it's 20 years ago. I mean, it's just these institutions don't exist. Your phone company, you had Sprint. You can't go to Sprint and get copies of these phone calls because that phone company doesn't exist anymore. Like, it becomes burdensome on the system unnecessarily to bring out these claims 20 years later. And nobody's trying to limit your healing. What we're trying to do is make sure that we have a country where people have real due process. Due process is a blessing. It's a blessing that you get to be proved innocent or guilty in front of your peers. We can sit there and say believe all victims or believe all women or whatever you want to say, but people fucking lie. People fucking lie. Everybody fucking lies. Little kids lie, grown-ups lie, women lie, and men lie. I could sit here and lie and say everybody here essayed me. I just said it. Look at that. Now are you going to go to jail? No, you have due process. I have to prove this. There's a burden of proof. So we have to be respectful of that because it's helpful to all of us that people can't just say anything and then you just go to jail.
That's right. But so where was Diddy's message, like how he sent this whole, letter out the other day? Where was this after Cassie came out?
Now, I did question that too.
Where was that? Because he settled 48 hours after she came out.
And didn't say a word about it.
And didn't say nothing. So I'm confused.
But here, he knows that there is not enough tangible evidence that they have in order for him to be proven guilty.
Well, his company, they're going to
May we also say that somebody has to want due process in order for there to be a due process? Because she sued him. He could have easily said, let's take this to court. He did not. He did no such thing.
With Cassie,
how are we supposed to sit here and look at him like, okay, maybe he didn't do it, when he was so quick to say, I'll just give her the money and let her get out my face? How does that look?
And that's the thing. The court of a public opinion, men are not going to win. We're just not going to win in the court of public opinion because y'all going to run around saying,
believe that, sir, at all.
Yes, you are.
I don't believe that.
Because there's been many white women to lie on men.
The longer it goes on, so this is what happens when you're famous. The longer it goes on, stations start pulling your music off the radio. They want to take your movies out. They don't want to cast you. We've seen this stuff with Johnny Depp, and then they overwhelmingly proved that she was lying. And so it's a thing. Women can lie. People can lie for money. People can lie for revenge. People can lie. And so that's why we have due process, so that we can sit here and we can break down the evidence. When we're talking about 20 years ago, it's going to be hard to do evidence. He's going to settle with Cassie because she's famous. Every time she comes out, it's going to be another tabloid. It's going to be another hit to his character. It's going to be another hit to his label. It's going to be another hit to everything that he's worked for. So you have to settle. What else are you going to do? You're going to sit here and drag this out for 2 years in the case?
I would. I got children. My kids are
damn sure would.
I would.
Because you're not about to sit there and say I did something I know doggone sure well I didn't do.
Yeah.
Especially something that serious. That's serious. It was, like she said, 48 hours.
Yep.
And we hadn't heard Cassie talk since she was pregnant the last time. And barely heard her talk while she was with him. He made himself look extra guilty in the court of public opinion by the way he did it. We got news coverage one day. 2 days later, the settlement happened in the middle of the night. How are we supposed to think of that?
That still is not an admission of wrongdoing, though.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it looks.
Just because he settled.
Because we gonna go toe to toe on this one.
At the end of the day,
Everybody's
gonna go
that
by
could hurt
how they
brands.
think it looks.
That could hurt deals that he got in play. All types of stuff that he
I
could
totally
hurt.
think that the man did it. I mean, at the end of the day, she has damaged his brand with this whole accusation. But at the same time, just because you settle, that is not an admission of wrongdoing. That's not admitting that that's not admitting that you did this. This is just, I want it to go away. Or I do totally, me personally, in my opinion, absolutely, I think that man did it. I absolutely think he did not want all these videos and different the different type of evidence to come out from her, because he knew that she had a lot of evidence. But if he knew that she had evidence, right? Why did he not settle with her when she first extorted him? That's what's weird to me.
I think Cassie had a lot of, Kim Porter's evidence as well that he didn't want to come out. I don't think these other women were as affected as Cassie and Kim Porter, to be honest with you. So, that's where the statement comes where it's like, okay, well, I ain't do y'all that bad, so y'all don't get to say nothing.
I also don't think that he thought she was going to go through with it.
I think he did it with Cassie as well. I really think he's guilty with Cassie, but I think he would settle either way. There's just going to be no benefit. You're going to have publicists and editors and branding people. Everybody's going to call you and they're going to say the same thing. You need to make this go away because we were A-okay yesterday and now we're fighting battles left and right. And it's not going to be good. Everybody can say that you would sit here and fight, but y'all have less to lose. Y'all don't have multi-million-dollar industries.
Which is why I will fight more, because I got more to lose.
You're saying fight for it, but that fight is costly. Those lawyers, you're going to end up paying 30, 40 million.
I would rather pay
Cassie don't have as much money as Diddy.
Because at the end of the day, I only got my name. When I go to the dirt bed, my name is what stands on me. Okay? And I would rather that not be tarnished than be worried about some money. Because I can make some money back. I can't get my name back.
Even if you win, you just sat here for 2 years. Half of the people, it's not going to be as juicy, right? When it's ended and they say, okay, well, he didn't do it. That's not going to be all over the front pages. That's not going to be everywhere. What's going to be everywhere is the shit that they just drug for 2 years. They dragged the shit for 2 years.
Please mute, guys.
Call you an abuser. They're still going to call you this.
1 second, and then Divine Soul.
I understand exactly what you're saying because we've seen it. We've seen that happen. We've seen it multiple times. I'm saying what I would do, right? I cannot speak to this man's mental capacity. I cannot speak to what he was advised to do. I can't even speak to what she went through. We're all speculating here. We all are going on court documents that were filed, and we're going on how this was settled. That is it. Because none of us were there and none of us experienced what she experienced with him. Whatever that may be, whatever that may look like. And again, I come from a different place because I work with DV victims. So when it comes to, when it comes to people taking years to come out, I have 2 victims right now that came out because of this story that I'm working with. Because they felt compelled to say, I'm done. And they had been with these men since they were 15 years old. And these men were in their late 20s. So I can see both sides. So understand, I'm not going against what you're saying as a whole. I understand what you're saying as a man as well. But understand that there can be a different opinion and we can agree to disagree and still come to the same conclusion.
That's right.
A different path doesn't mean that we don't sit there and stop at the same store. That's it.
Right.
I feel where you're coming from, but I just don't think that you really get the scope of what it means as a man when somebody does that to you, how your mother looks at you, how your daughter.
Because I'm not a man, sir.
Exactly, that's what I'm
I
saying.
never will. So understand that you never will understand what it is to be a woman and have that happen to you. We can agree for that, right?
Right.
And you can have compassion for me and I can have compassion for you. And if I felt in my heart wholeheartedly, this man would never do something like that to a person, I would have your back. And I feel like if I told you and I came to you and I said, hey, I have been abused. Somebody did something to me and I didn't want it, that you would have my back the same way I would have yours. Again, I'm not a man. You're not a woman. But what we can do is support each other and understand that some stories, it may not be our stories, but let's at least listen to them and let's try our best to empathize with them.
So what about the girls who choose not to come out?
That's
choose
their
not.
What do you
choice.
mean?
That's their choice.
What do you mean exactly?
Couldn't we look at Diddy in the same light when he wants to just settle and not deal with it?
You're saying they don't want to tell their stories in court, or they don't want to say anything at all?
Either way.
That is their choice. That is not only their choice, that is their right to do such. Because I can't sit here and tell somebody how to get their healing, how to work through that. I don't know what all they've been through. I wasn't there. I didn't feel the feelings that they felt. It's the same thing because men are abused too. That's like me sitting here saying, oh, you soft because you let a woman hit you. No, you were abused. I got your back too. Oh, it don't just go one way over here, baby. It's not no one-way street. Baby, I'm an Atlanta road. I got all 4 lanes open. You feel me?
All right, Miss T, welcome in.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I just feel like Diddy did it, and the reason why he settled so quick because he didn't want the full story to come out. I don't agree with her, but that's the choice that she made by taking the money because it could have been a lot of people attached to her story. Just like the other lady said that, could have had closure through her story. But I believe that he settled so fast because he did it. And she's under gag order, meaning that now she can't tell her story because she got paid. So nobody's going to really hear the full amount of what really happened because he paid her. So now that's why a whole lot of little people is coming out now because they think they're trying to hit him with a RICO.
But that's that's not his fault because she decided to.
No, I never said it was his fault. It was his fault for victimizing her. But for her taking the money, I never said it was his fault. I said that was her all together. Like maybe she wanted the money. I don't know. But
Right.
if it was me, because I'm a part of the Me Too movement too, and I didn't tell my sisters, not even my mother, until I got in junior high school what happened to me. And that's when I realized that it happened to 2 of my sisters as well. And one of my brothers. So you don't know because the predator, he's going to make you feel scared. Like, oh, if you tell your mother this is going to happen, this person is going to go to jail. Or you know what I mean? They instill fear in you that you like, okay, so I don't want my family to pull apart because of me, because of what I've been through. So that's why I didn't tell, because I'm like, maybe, my family going to fall apart if I tell what happened to me. And, or nobody won't believe me. But when I got in junior high school and I met my best friend, and I found out, she was being molested to this day, because by the time I got in junior high school, it had stopped for me. The person left. But for her, it was continuance. So when she started telling me her story, that's what made me want to tell, my story. Like, oh my God, like this stuff really do happen. Like it's just so much. And then I had another friend that father was checking her panties every time she came home. I mean, spread legs, and maybe that's too much. I don't know about TikTok, and she didn't even think it was nothing wrong with it. Like, and then, because stuff that happened to us, we was like, no girl, no father do that. Like, that's not supposed to happen. So we don't tell as a females out of fear of losing our family, or maybe somebody's going to get mad at us, or just any little thing. So, and then one day we wake up and something clicked that, we have the balls to tell. I don't know. But I just think they ready to hit him with a RICO.
So here's another thought. Like, you just said that you guys are scared because you're going to lose your family, but if you and you sat on it for years, but then you do tell, then it's like, are you in fear of that you're going to lose your family, or is it monkey see, monkey do?
No,
I'm just
I wouldn't say it with that. It depends on the person. With me, I'm just saying that's how I was with me.
Because if you're in fear of losing your family, if I'm in fear of going out there in the streets and going to this club that I know that this is a bad club for me and you can easily be unalived there, and then all of a sudden I just say, you know what, I'm gonna face my fear, and then I'm going to go to this club, and then boom, I get unalived, and it's like, well, whose fault is that?
Well, the club and being a sexual assaulted, I don't even put them in the same category.
I mean, of course, I was just, you can't, I mean, again, it's just was a kind of an analogy. Like, if I'm going to.
I could say as I got older, I felt bad because I could have, you could have prevented other stuff from happening to other people when you find out that this same predator messed with you, your sister, somebody else, you know what I mean? So if you would have told earlier, then he would have been stopped a long time ago.
Exactly. That's the same thing.
So
right?
that's what I had to develop as in getting older, but I wasn't thinking about that when I'm a kid. It was just thinking like, oh my God, like this just happened to me. What do I do? Like you can't even sleep after that. Like you hiding under the covers and stuff like that, but your whole demeanor change, your whole outlook change, and as I'm grown now. I'm 38. I have 3 daughters. So with that, I don't keep nothing from them. Even my 5-year-old, there's no inappropriate touching. Like you notice, hell, nothing's gonna happen to your mother. We're not gonna go to jail. And I noticed the words to say because when it happened to my nephew, when he came out and told us, he didn't tell because he didn't want his mother to go to jail because he know how my sister is when it comes down to that. So he was like, you know what, I didn't even want that to happen. But and that's what she told him. Like, if anything ever happens to you, I'm going to jail behind mine. So some things that you shouldn't say to kids because you would think that now because I'm telling them you losing my mother. You know what I mean? Like that. So it's like it's a whole lot of things that
now that makes sense.
We have to grow to understand. Like you have to use certain words when it comes down to kids because that's what they really be thinking. Like you're gonna lose. Like what if it was your father that's doing it? Losing your father and your mother because that was my case. So you losing your father and your mother. Your mother's going to jail. And your father's going to jail too for either, or he's dying for either. Touching you. So it's just so difficult. It's difficult. So I can't really blame nobody for even keeping it or even coming out with it. But it is people out there that do the like you said, monkey see, monkey do thing. Like I don't know. It's just difficult.
It's a double-edged sword at this point. It's like, are people, like you said, it could be a detriment. Of course, it's a detriment to the community the longer that you sit on it.
Yes.
But at the same time, like you said, are you doing it to protect the people that you love? And this is another way of looking at it. And I cannot, I cannot say that I don't see that side of that either. Because if a family member is telling you that, hey, they better not touch you, if they do, I'm gonna unalive them, or that's going, and then you're in fear of your mom going to jail and losing, blah, blah, blah. So I do understand that, and I do get that. So you definitely opened my eyes to where it's a whole scope. It's a whole community and a whole family that can be affected by this.
And a lot of us people, we don't do therapy because neither one of us, like it is 11 of us. My mother had 6. My father had 11 kids. And not one of us went to therapy about it. Like nothing. We have little family conversations here and there, but it's no therapy. It's no mental health. Is nothing. It's just, you just have to live with it.
Can I say something real quick? Because I saw a comment and it's pissing me off. And I'm going to say this with my whole chest because I can. 17 is a child. That is not an adult. Just because someone can consent, that does not make them an adult. Some of y'all are in y'all 30s and y'all still damn children. So let's be very clear about the mindset of a person and the mindset of how they grew up and the family dynamic. Some of y'all still are toxic. Some of y'all still in shitty ass relationships. Some of y'all are still going through some things that y'all don't want to talk about. So while y'all have all these opinions and views on this young lady, I suggest you look in the mirror and understand what you need to work on for yourself. Because what you won't do is that, especially in my presence. We can have a difference of opinion. I'm fine with that. But what you won't do is say, oh, she's 17, she was an adult. I'm fine with that. No, she was not an adult. Oh, she's 17, she was an adult. I'm fine with it. No, she was not. Hey, honey, can you mute? She was not an adult. And as she said before, and as it has been proven before, he started looking at her way before she was 17. So kill the bullshit. Thank you for this space.
Hello,
All right.
hello,
Chi-Chi.
hello,
Welcome in, Chi-Chi.
hello.
Hey, can you hear
Hello.
us?
I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead, Chi-Chi. Welcome in.
Yeah, thank you. It's Chiba though.
Oh, well, I'm
All right,
sorry. Chiba.
yeah, I would like to address the woman who just said that we have to look at ourselves in the mirror, right?
That would be me. My name is Desmond.
As a 17-year-old, right, who hops on a plane with men, right? You have to question her mentality, and you have to also wonder where her parents are. Okay, so what is it? Was it 17-year-olds don't lie? Is that what we're saying?
Grown men on the plane.
Hold on. No. He wants to address me. Let him address me. My name is Desmond, sir. Go ahead.
17-year-olds don't lie. You didn't lie to your mama? You didn't lie to your family?
Is that what I said, sir? Where'd you hear me say that? Where'd you hear me say that?
I'm just saying. You're saying
Where
that
did you
she's
hear me
not
say
an
that? Because
adult.
you're harboring on that. Where did you hear me say that?
You don't get on a plane with nobody at the age of 17 that you don't know. You don't get on the plane.
You sure?
This is the entertainment industry. This is the entertainment industry. Nothing but freaks.
And we've already talked before you got up in here.
Nothing but freaks. Nothing but freaky deaky going on in there. You know what you're getting into. If you get on the plane at 17, you a female with men, you know what you're getting into.
Sir, what you didn't hear while you were gone, well, I don't know where you were, but he had custody of her. So not only that, but the reason she got on that plane is because he made a flyer. He made a flyer.
Desmond, 1 second. Desmond, he's not talking about Cassie. He's talking about this. He's talking about the 17 Jane Doe. That's what he's talking about. He's not talking about Cassie.
I'm not talking about Cassie.
And I still, okay. Well,
I'm not talking about
that
Cassie.
part. The last part is irrelevant then.
I'm talking about the 17-year-old female who got on a plane. Who got on a plane with men she didn't know.
She was 17, making rash decisions, which lets me know that she's not an adult.
That's a very bad decision for a 17-year-old boy to make.
It's a bad decision for anyone to make, which lets me know she's childish.
All right.
She's a child.
So where's the mother? Where's the father in this?
Let's ask those questions. Where are they?
Okay, now, if you are a 17-year-old female, woman, and you get on a plane with a strange man who's taking you to a well-known celebrity, you mean to tell me it's just willy-nilly, like women don't know at 16, 17 what's gonna go down in a situation like that? They don't know.
Screen guys, get more people in here.
They don't know.
Young women, yes.
Young women don't know.
That is not so someone is to assume that because you're in a space that is automatically supposed to happen to you, sir.
Can I say something?
Nothing is supposed. Listen. I'm not saying that anything is supposed to happen. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that we have to take responsibility. If you do not get on a plane I'm 54. I'm not getting on a plane with nobody I don't know.
So you can get on a church bus with people you do know and something can still happen. Now what?
So instead of questioning so much about the 17-year-old and her holding herself accountable at 17 and her parents, which obviously weren't around, why are we not holding the men on the plane accountable?
Wait a minute. We are holding them accountable. We are holding them accountable because they shouldn't be putting women on a plane, right, that they don't know. But this is the entertainment industry. This is what happens. This go y'all act
No,
like
this is what we've normalized and allowed
this
to
is
happen.
nothing new. This is nothing new.
And that's the problem, sir.
There are women who hold themselves out for men like this. This is
Women, not little girl, not young, not little girls. That is a girl.
Hold on. 17
It's a child.
And if you go to other countries, if you go outside of America, 17-year-olds have a lot of sense. You mean to tell me she has no sense at all?
No one said that. And also, we're not in that country. We're in the United States of America.
Yeah,
and in the United States of America, this is what we normalize to be normal. And also, so should we just go back to letting them get married at 14 to a 35-year-old? Should we just go ahead and let that happen?
Wait a minute. Who's trying to marry a 14-year-old to a 30?
Come on now.
There are laws that allow you to marry a 12-year-old.
Who's trying to do that? Who's trying to do what I'm saying?
They're trying to do it now in Congress. Actually,
There's literally laws about that, though.
They actually trying to take it back. Actually,
But I'm sorry,
it's on the books.
The legal marrying age in America. The legal marrying age in America is 12. Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh,
Sadly.
Okay.
Sadly.
So we didn't make up them laws. You know what I'm saying? During slavery, women were getting married at 16, 17 years old. That was normal. Our great grandparents were married at 16, 17. That was normal. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the responsibility of both parties, the men who put her on the plane and her getting on a private plane. That's what I'm saying. Both of them are wrong. All right? Both individuals are wrong. They don't have no business putting a 17-year-old on a plane, and the 17-year-old should know better than to get on a plane with strange men.
and they
And
should, but that's a child.
That's what I said in my initial opening statement of this whole live, is that I'm holding both parties accountable along with the parents. And I
agree.
That's the thing that really bothers me is that no female. There were 800 people in this chat. It got up to 1,000 people, and every time I hold that team and those parents accountable, they told me I was motherfucking victim blaming. But the fact is that you won't let your goddamn daughter get on a plane.
You're not victim blaming at all. You're not victim blaming at all. This is the entertainment business. We know what goes down in it.
Okay, sir. First of all,
and a lot of those models went to those parties, those industry parties, for one thing and one thing only: to get bagged.
Exactly.
It's not just the entertainment business, and let's not just say because it's the entertainment business.
What does that have to do with anything? Because if I'm 17 and I want to have a career in the music industry, and I know that these guys can possibly provide that.
After the party, it's the hotel lobby. Everybody knows that saying.
Okay, we all do.
So if you are in the entertainment industry and you like to be around men like that, you know what goes down afterwards. You are responsible for yourself. If somebody puts something in your drink and you out there hanging out with strange men, you are responsible for yourself. That's the problem that I have with a lot of our sisters. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there are men out there that ain't worth a damn. Okay? There are men out there who are out there chasing little girls. They have a problem. But at the same time, don't put yourself in a situation like that in the entertainment industry, knowing if you're going to hang out with Cameron, you know what's going to go down if you're hanging out with Cameron at 1 a.m. in the morning. You know what's
at 17, you might not know that, though.
Hold on, because we talking over each other.
I'm sorry.
And I try to keep order.
That's right. So,
that's one of my moderators. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you finish. Yes. But I just want you to know I got my notepad out because I'm about to address everything you about to say. Okay.
Okay.
And it might not be pretty. You might not like it.
Hey, I don't want it to be pretty.
We still cool though. Okay.
I don't want it to be pretty. I want it to be direct.
I'm a pretty bitch. So
what I'm saying is at 17 years old, within America right now, with all the sex that's out there, with everything that's out there, right? I wasn't privy to all of this sex stuff when I was 17 years old. I wasn't privy to all of this. But the children now are being fed sex. That's what they're being fed. That's what they're being fed. Yeah, I'm saying, and I'm gonna stand on this. At 17 years old, they didn't throw her on that plane. They didn't kidnap her. She got on there willingly. Okay? Now, whatever happened afterwards and what's going on, what happened in the bathroom, like I said, once again, this is the entertainment industry, ladies. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all that's chasing bags. I'm not talking about y'all on here specifically. I'm talking about women. That there's a lot of things that women do, you know what I'm saying, to get in. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new, ladies. There's a lot of things that women do to get in. And the only way they get in is for men to get in. You know what I'm saying? So let's blame this on all the dudes. You know what I'm saying? Let's blame this on all the guys. The women take no responsibility. Or she was manipulated my behind. Go ahead, say what you got to say. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Sir, because I don't want to interrupt you.
No, I want to hear it.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
so I'm going to say
women
this.
know what to do.
Oh, you're
to
not
get
done.
in.
Okay.
Women know what to do to get in, man. Y'all are females. Y'all know when y'all put on them hot dresses. Y'all know how to become a magnet to men. Y'all know what men are looking for.
Because y'all have objectified us.
Y'all don't have to. You don't have to give it up. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor for a man to be with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a privilege. But at the same time, y'all know how to manipulate the situation. Y'all know what y'all getting yourselves into. Just don't get into it. I have daughters, and I school my daughters. I school them. I tell them, listen, y'all, your dad is a man first before anything. I'm going to tell you how men think because I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you how to maneuver and escape all of this BS so you don't get yourself into trouble. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, they know that they got somebody that'll unalive people for them. Yeah, they ain't going to call nobody 20 years later to make any accusations. They're going to call me when it happens, and I'm going to go take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of women need to have men who are ready to get down for them. You know what I'm saying? And obviously she don't have nobody to get down for her at 17 hopping on a plane. You know what I'm saying? Because you put my daughter on a plane at 17, you know what I'm saying? Bro, it's going to be a major problem. It's going to be a major problem.
All right, go ahead, Desmond A. Then we'll hear from Divine Soul and then Without Mayor. But go ahead.
Okay, sir, I want to first of all say thank you for being protector to your daughters, because everybody doesn't have that, as you said. Now, second, I said before you got up in here, friend, back me up. I said there was decisions made by her that put her in a predicament where she shouldn't have been.
Understood.
However, I can still hold both people accountable, because why is that the expectation that if I go to this place just to be around some people and network, which is what these people are trying to do, network and get into the industry, that I have to be drugged, that I have to have intercourse, that I have to do any of this other than just have my talent. And you keep saying this is the entertainment industry.
It is.
That's any industry with any person that's a predator. That could be church. That could be church. That could be work. That could be school. That could be anywhere. If a person is a predator, they know their prey. They are already on the hunt when they see you. You may be unbeknownst to it. But they are already ready to get into your behind. You feel me?
May I say something, ma'am?
No.
You don't think
No, you may not, because I didn't interrupt you. No, you may not, because I didn't interrupt you.
Hold up, Chiba. She didn't interrupt you. You got to mute. Hold up, Chiba. Go ahead, Desmond.
What I am saying is, I understand personal responsibility of your safety and your body. I get that. And again, I'm in total agreement with you. However, a person that is a predator is going to be a predator. It doesn't matter what industry or where you are. So please stop saying this is the entertainment industry. We know what's up. If a woman wants to engage in intercourse with somebody, she can engage with intercourse with somebody consently. It doesn't have to be forced upon her. Or them, or they, or him. So let's not just say, oh, because of the industry, we know what's going on. We know how to. No, that does not have to be. And the reason that that's so normal, quote unquote, is because we have made it a normalcy. It's like if you want these tracks, you want these beats, you gotta shake something, you gotta do something. That's not how it's supposed to be. Sadly, that's how it's become. But that's not how it's supposed to be. And that's where I had disagreed upon you with. I had your back until you kept saying that this is the entertainment industry, as if that's supposed to excuse the vile behavior that comes from all sides. I don't agree with that. And I'm going to lay my plane.
All right. Chiba, do you have a response for that? Chiba?
I think you muted him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me unmute you. Sorry. Chiba, and then I think Forever wants to respond.
All right, so this is where I'm going. Ma'am, I didn't mean it that way. So if you took it that way, my apologies. I didn't mean it that way. What I'm saying is that in the industry, and the reason that I'm saying this is because, ma'am, I've gone on tour. I've gone on tour. I'm not going to say which tour I went on. I'm just going to say that I've been on tour. And the stuff that I've seen that women, random women, have done with guys that who are their favorite celebrity, they don't know from a can of paint. They just saw them on a video, and now that they see them face to face, they want to engage. I've seen it with my own eyes, right? So when I say the entertainment industry, meaning that, does it happen? Yeah, if you want these beats, you got to do this, you got to do that. Yeah, does that happen? Yes. But there's a lot of random intercourse, going on in the industry with women that just want to be with them. You know what I'm saying? Physically. You know what I'm saying? This happens. This happens very often. So that's why when these men get accused of rape, right? When they get accused of that, people like Tupac, Mike Tyson, we're so quick to believe the females as if women don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it happens. It happens. Unfortunately, there's a lot of, tit for tat. If you do this for me, I'll give you this. Does that happen? Yes, I agree. What I'm saying is, and the reason that I push the entertainment industry, and if you want, read Dennis Rodman's book and LL Cool J's book, and it's clear, women want to get down just as much as the men. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And then if they don't get what they want, then all of a sudden now it's grape. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he drugged me, and they don't understand that a lot of how men think. When most of the time, especially in the industry, when I'm done with you, baby, I'm done with you. You was just here for the night. I don't want nothing to do with you. Maybe she was looking for something else, but he wasn't. And all of a sudden now I'm being accused of this. I got to come out of pocket, and I got to settle out of court. I got to do all of that. Come on, man. Women lie also.
I feel like, a lot of what Chiba has been saying, as far as, I just feel like you're generalizing all women.
No.
Into one category.
Not all women. Not all women do that kind of stuff.
Because me personally, I have a dream to be a music artist. Does that mean I want to go fuck my way to the top?
No.
Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? And I would hate to think that, it's the entertainment industry. So if I get in a room with Diddy and LL Cool J, I might just have to give it up just to get to where I want to be.
No,
you don't. And I know that, but that's what I feel like you're saying.
No, I never said that.
I feel like the whole, this is the entertainment industry. Right. This is the problem. This is the, I hate to say it, but this is Black people problem. Like, we've normalized it so much, and not only behind closed doors, but in the public. We just like, this is what we do. This is the Black entertainment industry, and now it's all just sexed out. It's disgusting.
It's not just Black people. I mean, it's not just Black people.
No, it's just us with the exposing of it. Yes, it is.
I think you're switching his words up to fit your narrative.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe did it too. A lot of these, all them white women that claim Bill Cosby raped them, they did it too. It's not just, it's the entertainment business. It's not black and white.
Also,
it's just
Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley also did it. So
right, but so where are the women? Why, like, there's no women that's been accused, well, celebrity-wise, there's not a lot of women that's been accused of these things, though. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of men that's come forth to say, oh, you such and such raped me when I was, no.
Oh, I'm a step in here. I'm gonna step in right here. Hold on.
Go ahead, T. Go ahead, T.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
First of all, most men will not tell you that they have been raped. That's first thing. Second thing, when men come forward, it is like you let a woman overpower you. I have heard stories. I told y'all this is a four-way street. I don't go just one way, okay? There have been men that have been woken up with a woman on top of them. That is SA, right? But if you tell your homeboy, or if you tell the news outlet that, oh, I woke up like this, they don't believe the men, right? Oh, they're out here. They're just not believed.
Right.
And so let's be very clear. It's happening. And sometimes it's happening younger than some of the women.
Well, that doesn't happen. I mean, if it does happen, I don't know too many guys.
I think there's a couple of entertainers that has been essayed by, Tyler Perry stated that he had been sexually assaulted by his aunt, I believe so. There's quite a few men in the entertainment industry that have been sexually assaulted.
12 men right now, sir. I know 12 men right now that have been essayed and will never say it to nobody.
The reason why a lot of, especially women, don't like to talk about these situations is because 9 out of 10 times is going to reveal a family member. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of information can destroy the entire family. That's why a lot of women don't like to talk about this stuff. And I think it's the same thing with the men. And I think that with the men more so, it's because it happened with them from a male point of view. Now, I will share a story with y'all real quick, and then I gotta bounce. Me, when I was in high school, a family friend of my parents tried some crap, but I was old enough to know, I don't even play like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was old enough to know. Do men try children, little boys? Maybe if I was younger, he probably been able to get away with it, but he couldn't get away with it because I was 17 years old. Like, yo, bro, I don't even like men. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm attracted to, but I had enough sense at 17 to know, you know what I'm saying? When you show me a porn of 2 men together, I already know that ain't me. I'm not down for that. At 17, I'm sharing this with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about it because nothing physical happened to me. You know what I'm saying? But if something physical happened to me, I probably wouldn't be sharing it. But I'm sharing it with y'all to let y'all know.
Right there.
That right there. Come on, say it.
You messed up.
What was that? What was
Hold
that?
on, listen. I'm sharing it with y'all, but I'm sharing it with y'all because people need to know this.
No,
you know
that's not what you just said. That's not what you said.
I was with you.
Listen, I've shared it.
What you just said, sir. You just sat here and said,
if it had happened, you had
to me, I probably wouldn't be sharing it with y'all. That's what you just said.
Yeah. If it was something physical, I probably wouldn't be sharing it.
Okay, so how can you sit here in the same breath where you could have been victimized and you could have been hurt and mentally and say, oh, they shouldn't wait this long?
Wait a minute. I'm not saying that they shouldn't wait long for nothing. There's the police. You can call the police too. You know what I'm saying? If somebody does something to you directly, you could call the police. There's plenty of avenues that you can go to. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Because I spoke about this. I'm sharing it with y'all because y'all strangers, but I spoke about this with other people. But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about me. But I'm saying is, there's avenues. If you get raped, touched, there's people that you can go to. You can go to them. You can go to people, but at 16, 17, you can go to the police. At 4 years old, maybe not. At 5 years old, maybe not. But at 16, 17, 18, you can go to the police.
Sir, I want to know who are you to determine when someone feels comfortable to go to the police. That was a rhetorical question because I really want you to just hold on. And I want you to pause real quick. Understand the mindset of anyone that has been touched. How would your life be different if that act had happened to you?
It probably would have been a lot different.
Exactly. So I need for you to have a little bit of empathy here.
I don't know.
I need for you to have a little bit of empathy here because you never had to experience that, correct? And even if you did, you ain't got to tell me. You just told me we're strangers to you. And Psych Major 101 tells me that when someone has someone that they feel confident in sharing things with, they'll tell them more than they would tell the person that they know the best because they feel like they'll be judged. So I'm telling you, you just sat here and told all of us and everybody that's listening to the sound of your voice that if something had happened to you, you wouldn't say anything.
I probably wouldn't have.
Okay, so let's sit in that. Let's sit in that. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Now, you're right. So, but what I'm also saying is at 17 years old, right? At 17 years old, if you get on a plane with strange people, we're not talking about a family member. We're not talking about something that was done in secret. She didn't get on that plane in secret. She didn't get on that. I'm not talking about something that's done behind closed doors and your mom is not around, your dad is not around, and it's just you and that person in the house. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this 17-year-old got on a plane with strange men. This is where I'm trying. This is the point that I'm trying to push to y'all. I'm not talking about to all the women that are on this platform. That's something that's happened to you at a young age. That's a terrible thing, and I hope that you find help and God be with you. Like go seek help, counseling, whatever. But if you get on a plane with strange people on a private plane where they don't check your ID, they don't check nothing, and you go to another state with strange people and you know you're getting ready to meet a celebrity, I got a problem with that, ma'am. You don't see the problem with that, ma'am? You don't see it? I'm not talking about women who have been victimized like in private. I'm talking about this young woman got on a plane with strange men. Some women don't come back from that. They hop in a car and they don't come back from that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a story to tell anymore because somebody unalived them because they got in a car with a strange person. You know what I'm saying? This is the part that I'm trying to get to y'all. You know what I mean? We have to protect our children. We have to protect our children with our lives. Why is a 17-year-old getting on a plane to go see P. Diddy and her parents don't know? Why? Come on, man.
Her parents
Ride with me, y'all. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that feel like this? Am I the only one that feels that a 17-year-old should not be getting on a plane with strange men, just like a 17-year-old should not be walking from school and a guy just, hey, do you mind if I take you home? And she gets in the car and she doesn't return to her parents? Come on, man. Come on.
I absolutely, totally agree with you about, yes, we should be cognizant of like where our whereabouts, and as a teen, like we should not be hopping on planes to go to a different city without consent of our parents or without at least letting our parents know.
Sir,
I absolutely agree
sir,
with
may
you.
I ask you a question? What's the first thing that we're taught by our parents? Not to talk to
Don't talk to
strangers.
strangers.
Not to talk to strangers. Not to talk to people who we don't know. If you don't see me, wait. I'm coming to get you. That's what we teach our children. That's what we teach
Children are
them.
children. Teens gonna do dumb stuff all the time.
Okay, but
Like,
she's
people
not a
gonna-
kid. But she's not a
But she
kid.
at the same time she is.
I think
At the same time
Oh
she
my.
was.
Really?
What do we define as a kid? When do we stop defining? You know, like what 17? I'm not a child anymore.
No. I'm not saying that you're not a child. What T said something that made sense. She said that some of us at 32 still act like children, right?
True.
That's a mental state.
That was me, sir. That was
Yes,
me.
yes. That's a mental state. She said a lot of us have not matured.
Can I put an analogy? I don't know why this is coming up, but y'all remember earlier in the year, that boy who jumped off the cruise ship into the water ended up dying, right? He was young.
Right.
He was young. He didn't know he was going to jump in the water and get ate by sharks. He didn't know that. You know? So how can we sit here and say, oh, it's all on her?
But he
She's
knew if he
17.
jumped, he was going to be unalived.
Or
No,
he
he did
was
not.
gonna
How did he know that?
hurt himself.
He was going to be drowned if you jump from a fucking ship.
He didn't know that, obviously.
But ma'am,
That man committed suicide, baby.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
T,
Hold
let me
on. Because
let me say something real
smooth this
quick.
out. Let me be the Ritz cracker.
That
I think what she is saying is when he jumped out that plane, he had a plan. He did not have the platform. Okay, that's first thing.
wait, whoa. He jumped out a plane or did he
Excuse
jump
me,
off
the boat. Excuse me, the boat. When he
out the
jumped out the
cruise.
boat, he had a
was-
plan.
first
He
of all,
did not
he
have the
was dared.
platform.
He was dared
His
by his
cognitive
friends
dissonance.
to jump off the cruise. He
His
was dared.
cognitive dissonance did not align with reality. And that's
So was
because
he
he was young.
inebriated?
And sir, what you gonna do is stop interrupting me. I don't give a dog on how old you are. You gonna stop
I didn't say
interrupting me because
nothing.
I have respected you very much so.
I didn't say
that was
anything.
me.
Stop
I'm
that.
asking
That
you a
wasn't
question.
Chubba.
That was me, baby. I'm sorry.
No, I
This-
see his box lighting up. I apologize. Sorry, sir.
No problem.
Because I get wicked real quick. I try my best. I'm a moderator here. I try my best to act like I got some sense. I don't like that. I'm gonna be quiet.
No, Desmond. Okay, I'm just trying to get understanding. The guy that jumped off of the boat.
Yes.
Did he jump off the boat to just go swimming, or did
He
he
was
go?
dared. His friends dared him to jump off the boat, and he jumped, and then got ate by the sharks.
Can I ask the women something real quick?
Yeah, hold on. I just wanted to let you know, brother, that's just a lack of cognitive dissonance.
Okay.
That frontal lobe is not fully developed yet. But go ahead, sir. Thank you.
May I say something to the women about Cassie? Now, I do believe that a lot that went on with her went on. I do believe that. He's very powerful, right? But just because he's settled doesn't mean that he's guilty, right? And I think that she's well deserving of the money because of the things that she went through. But what I'm saying is, Cassie, right? I don't know about their relationship, but in these types of relationship, it's a lot of freaky stuff going on in this stuff. In these types of relationships, these celebrities just be on a whole nother level. It's like when you become a celebrity, they give you a different type of sex card. You know what I mean? Like you on some like, you gotta have sex with my friends. You gotta do that. I mean, like, do y'all believe that she was down with a lot of that stuff? I'm just asking y'all.
I
believe that she. Go ahead.
Just shut up and live her life. She got I don't know if she married, but she got a kid. She just disappeared. Half of that stuff she went along with it. So
okay,
talking about it now. We don't want to hear it.
Okay,
believe that she had a choice. I do also believe that she had a choice to either leave or stay. I do not believe that she was in shackles, and that was my argument. Desmond A can also bear witness to that during my first live. And also, I do believe that this 17-year-old was not pinned up by her bootstraps and asked to stay and forced to stay. All of this, to me, was, a choice, and they decided to stay.
Right. Same as women who stay with their abusive boyfriends or husbands. Right. I believe that it's a choice. My situation is, hey, listen, I stopped trying to understand. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a bunch of stuff that we're never going to understand. What we need to do is stop trying to understand why this and start learning from them and changing our lives. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why till this day, I don't understand why a 17-year-old will get on a plane freely with a strange man. Now, if she was abducted, that's completely different. But she made a choice of getting on a private plane. And when she got off that private plane, she was probably in a private hotel. She was hanging out with celebrities. She was, oh my God, I'm with Diddy. I'm with this one. I'm with that one. We don't know what else went down. We don't know what she's into. We don't know where she came from. But now she wants money. I think that's off the meter. I think it's a little off the meter.
Can we hear what Divine Soul has to say?
Divine Soul, go ahead, yeah. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good. Y'all done did a whole 360. Y'all done. I know. I'm taking notes and I got so much shit to say.
Say it, baby. This your flow.
Okay, my bad. Nice to meet y'all. I'm Divine. So my first thing is like, when it comes to, I understand like everybody talking about the decision and the choices that was made on both parties, understandably so. But I have a more so of a different perspective on this entire situation, and not just with Cassidy, just period. In 2017, Diddy, Sean Combs, he got the tattoo of the protecting the mother of children and women. Azuli Dantor, that's it, is a Haitian Lawal. She was the one that basically was manifested into one of the Haitian slaves that led their freedom. So in 2018, I'm guessing that's when Cassie got the strength to leave or whatever, regardless of all of those decisions she made. Now, in March of 2023, earlier this year, we were leaving out of the age of Pisces and entering the age of the Aquarius, which Aquarius brings forth, messages and truths. Things that was once hidden is always going to be seen. So I feel like Diddy has done a lot, not just publicly, but a lot of people that don't even have the strength to say anything because of just off the fact that, come on now, this is P. Diddy, the legendary P. Diddy. Who's going to believe me? And I'm pretty sure that there's women and also men that has suffered to this monster. Regardless of all of their decision that was made, no one expects the consequence to be either unaliving Kim Porter or being raped or manipulated, betrayed, all these things by someone that is this huge person. So I honestly feel like Diddy is just getting his hand handed to him the way he dealt them all these years. This is just the voices of everyone, all the tears that's on the soil because of the shit that this man has done. He is a corrupt person, and it will not just be Diddy. This is just the beginning. This whole industry is finna, and not just the entertainment industry. Like, people were talking about the decisions. Let's think about Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple was a child, and we laughed, and people joked about all these men, like, literally fantasizing about being with her, and it went over everyone's head. But at this point, he did it to himself. Why? And then also just the aspect of him even putting her on his back, right? He said, I have her front and she got my back. She represents love, romance, enchantism, things that you can, is for the essence of the feminine woman. And I feel like there's magic that he was doing. Guess frankly, is everywhere. It's the words that you say. So just him getting that symbolism on his back, he doomed himself. So it's on him.
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying, ma'am. The entertainment industry is very evil. There's a lot of things that you gotta give up, you know what I'm saying, to get in. You know what I mean? But the Bible says that as a man soweth, right, the same shall he also reap. So everybody, that's me, you, the host, all of us on here, we got to be careful what we do in this lifetime because it's going to come back. God promises us that. And what you're seeing now is Diddy's turn. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody's going to have their turn. If you think, so we just can't look at Diddy. We got to look at me too. Because I've paid I paid for some shit that I've done. You know what I'm saying? And we all have, and we all will. So that's why I don't laugh at Diddy's situation. I'm not like, oh yeah, that's good for him. Because guess what? It's coming my way too if I go around doing stuff like that. Right. So we got to be careful. We all got to be careful what we do to people.
Because
yes, sir. But also another note that I had, like I said, y'all said a lot. Somebody else brought up the age of consent in New York is 17. That is true. However, you also have to consider that you cannot consent to sex. They're still a minor. So, and then they also have to be.
Yes, it is. It did say you can't.
You have to go look at, go read the full law. It's like this shit is long as fuck. It's so confused. The judicial system is so bull. It's like
Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld married a 17-year-old. He was 33 years old. He married. He went and got the consent from her parents. From her parents.
Because that child, his wife was still a minor. So it's certain, just because they're 17 don't mean they can go buy cigarettes. They can't go buy liquor. They have a little clause I saw inside their law also called the Romeo and Juliet clause of the law. And it's like, it's kept saying you can't have sex with them, you can't date them, you can have conversation with them, but you cannot do anything sexual with them. And that's when you can, like, basically without the parents consent, add that too, without the parents consent, and it has to be a contract.
So you're saying that if you're 17 years old, you can't have sex with an older person unless it's the parents' consent. Without the parents. Okay, because I know there's the actual act of sex starts a lot earlier.
That's not factual. In New York, as in many other states, the issue of consensual sexual relationships between a minor and adults can be complex and contentious, right? The age of consent is 17 years old in New York. This means that anyone who engages in sexual activity with a person under the age of 17 can face statutory grape charges. As of 2013, statutory grape is serious crime in New York. It says that the legal age of consent is 17 years of age. This means that anyone, the Romeo and Juliet laws, also known as the close in age exemptions, these laws provide a legal defense for individuals who engage in consensual sexual activity with someone who is in close age, even if
in
the
close
activity
age. In close age. So you cannot, if I'm 17 and I want to be with my boyfriend, he's 35, I cannot do that because he's not in close proximity of my age. We're not in the same age group.
This is for men who are listening to this. This is for men who are listening to this. Leave these little girls alone. There are plenty of women over the age of 25 that are ready to give it up at a drop of a hat. So I don't.
Thank you.
You know, like literally, like leave these little girls for these little boys. You know what I'm saying? that's just me as a man. You know, there are plenty of women out there, plenty of fine, beautiful women who don't have a man who is ready to give it up at a drop of a hat. Go after those women. Leave these little girls alone, man.
And brother, may I say, the Romeo and Juliet law is a 4-year difference.
Right. And so with that being said,
I'm sorry.
But with that being said, can a 20-year-old date a 17 or have consensual sex with a 17-year-old? Absolutely, they can. It says that 17 you can you cannot be charged for having consensual sex with a person 17 or older. They can date someone. A 21-year-old can date a 17-year-old.
They would have to be 22 for them to be charged because that's past the 4-year difference. That is the Romeo and Juliet law.
But
now,
it's
up to the parents though, because if the parents are involved, they can also steal because they are not legally an adult because they are 17.
But that does not go for anyone past the age of 17. Once you are 17, the Romeo and Juliet law is out the window.
Yeah.
There's some women and men that are 21 that are not adults. You know what I'm saying? So
I told you that earlier.
So yeah, I agree with you, T. But what I'm saying is this we're going by the law, right? But we know that people don't follow law because in America we live in a polygamous society. America is a land of polygamy. We practice polygamy in America. However, we don't call it polygamy. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on, watch yourself. Wait. Watch yourself. I'm a polyamorous woman. Now watch yourself. Now what you about to say next? I want you to stand on business.
Not everybody is that.
Let me stand on business.
Okay, stand on business because I'm a polyamorous woman. And again, this is one of the things I teach on. So if you're gonna stand on it, stand on it. I'm gonna be quiet.
So polygamy, right, is when a man is married to more than one woman, right? That's polygamy. Right. But in this society, there's a lot of polygamy going on. Side chick, that's polygamy. It's just you're just not following the law. You're just not following the law. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be married. You're not supposed. It's not supposed to be my wife and my side chick. But
that's not it. That's not it.
I'm saying
about polyamory, not polygamy.
Okay.
There's polyamory, there's polygamy, and there's polyandry, sir. There are three different things. First of all, if you have a side chick, then you're not practicing any relationships at all.
I agree. That's called cheating.
Why I gotta lie because I'm with another woman? I should let my other woman know I'm going to go see this other woman because I'm telling you right now, I'm with another man right now, and all my men and all my women know where I'm at. So again, I say if you're gonna step on this, step on business now.
No, but what I'm saying is, ma'am, I'm just saying, ma'am, the business that I'm stepping on is that we don't follow it according to the law. You know, see, he just broke down law. The host just broke down the actual law, right? And those who don't follow that law wind up going to jail. Right? Wind up going to jail. What I'm saying is, as far as polygamy and all and the other P words that you use, the other two, we're not following the law. The reason that Diddy is in trouble is because he's not following the law.
Because he's not.
Yes, he's not.
Because he's not. He's an abuser.
I believe so.
You feel how you want to feel. I feel how I want to feel. And I'm telling you, somebody that's been polygamous since I was 19, I'm telling you, he's not polygamous. He's not polyamorous. And he would damn sure not be one of the men that has one woman and several men. He would never do that. His ego's too big.
What I'm saying is, I agree with you. I believe that he's an abuser. I believe that he's more of a mental abuser, though. You know what I'm saying? I believe that he's more.
How can we say that when all of his women are aware?
According to her, he's a mental, and I'm saying alleged, he's a mental, financial, emotional abuser. According to her, allegedly.
He's an abuser. However, but what I'm saying is that as far as like he broke down the law as far as consent with a minor. We don't follow law when it comes to anything. And that's what gets us into trouble. That's why I brought up polygamy. We live in a polygamous society. We just don't follow the law of polygamy. That's all.
Okay. I'm going to say this. As someone that is a polyamorous person, right?
And when you say polyamorous, what does that mean?
So the only thing between polygamy and polyamory is that I'm not married to any of my partners. Polygamy means you have to be married to, by law, to at least one of your partners. That is the only difference. You could be spiritually married to the other partners, but by law, you are married to one partner on paper.
Right.
Right? Polyandry is when there's one woman, several men. So like I said, if you was gonna go there, I'm multifaceted, sir. I'm a layered cake. I'm a parfait around these parts.
I wasn't talking about the one where the women with all the men. I'm talking about the men with the women. That's what I was talking about.
No, I was just gonna break it all the way down to you.
Okay. All right.
If we're gonna pull out the umbrella, let's go ahead and get up under it together.
No.
I would hold hands.
Because when he brought up law, when he started stating the law, I appreciated him for that, because what we have to do is we follow law. If we follow law, we won't get ourselves into the jams that we're getting ourselves into.
Are you saying because there are certain poly couples that can't even live in certain states because they will be arrested. There are certain poly couples that can't have certain jobs because they will be arrested, especially government jobs. So yes, I understand exactly what you're saying, but I'm gonna clear the slate. Let's go ahead and get that together right now.
So what about Diddy, dating Carisha and at the same time having babies with a whole nother woman?
He can do that. He's P. Diddy.
That's between him and Carisha.
Exactly. He can do that. He's P. Diddy.
I honestly don't have an opinion on that, because if that's what she accepts, I can't tell another woman what she can and cannot accept in her relationship.
Ma'am, there's a man out in Illinois, I believe, who has something like 38 children. You know what I mean? So if P. Diddy is having children with another woman, I mean, P. Diddy could get away with that. He has lots of money. He can take care of those children. But we have one man who has 38 kids and he don't even have a job. And the women got pregnant for him. You know what I'm saying? Like 16 women got pregnant for him.
And to think about what if Carisha didn't want to get pregnant and
she didn't have to.
Again, I don't agree, but I still got to see this from all points of view here.
I mean, you got to also think about it. If you get pregnant by P. Diddy, I'm
good.
Life. You good?
I'm good. I'm good on him.
If a female gets pregnant by Puff Daddy, you already know what time it is. You good? Your
I don't want nobody calling them Puff Daddy. I think of Cheeto Puffs. I think of my children. I'm good. I'm good. I'm straight. But you mean if that's for you, that's for you, baby. Do what you do.
I really appreciate this conversation, though. I gotta bounce. I thank y'all very much.
I
appreciate you for being here, sir. Come back again, like the live, follow the post.
Yes.
Listen,
I got you, boo. You hush.
I'm gonna follow you.
Okay, you go ahead.
I'm gonna follow you.
You my co-host.
I had you. You like the live. You follow the host, and you share it as well. Thank you so much. We expect to see you again.
Oh, for sure.
I will be watching.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day.
Goddamn condescending. I love it.
Thank you so much for having me as well. I'm about to get up off of here.
You as well, honey. You have a beautiful day. Happy Thursday.
Happy holidays.
Tomorrow's Friday. Go ahead and have you a drink, a mimosa or something.
Period.
Life is hard. The year's almost over. Everybody have a drink. Shit, take a shot. I don't care.
Baby,
but friend, what I do, friend?
Friend, they got the
why we acting like we on the phone?
Right.
Friend, what I do?
They got the fuck up out of here, friend. That's all I got to say is when I start being like opposing of what it is that people be saying, all I'm saying is that everybody just need to take accountability. And I think we tend to say, "Oh, you need to point the finger at the person that did the assault." And it's like I'm not trying to defend them. I'm saying let's look at all parties involved. Everybody had their hand in wrongdoing. Everybody had their hand because we all make choices. And when I start saying that, then people, I don't give a fuck if they leave and if they run and they go goddamn block me on IG, Twitter, goddamn TikTok. At the end of the day, I say what half of you motherfuckers want to say and that you can't say. And at the end of the day, y'all always want to take the easy route out and but be motherfucking gullible. Y'all some gullible ass, whack ass people. Y'all believe
and this, friend, is why you the saltine and I'm the Ritz cracker. We still crackers. We still in the same wheelhouse. You know, you just a different kind. And sometimes I gotta come in and just be like, you know, let me smooth this over just a little bit because this is what he said, but I want to translate it, you know, to make it palatable. You know, I don't have no filter sometimes and you got to correct me, and you don't have no filter sometimes and I got to correct you. And that's what friends do. Like, friend, okay, now hold on, friend. Because if I can't sit here and be like, friend, you was fucked up for saying that.
Yes,
you're not my friend.
Yes.
And I might not even say it in front of people. I'd be like, nah, friend, okay, this live and not friend. What the hell?
Yes, and you can tell, like, I just was trying to, like, come on now. This is even with the time, like, it's just so much. Like, and
it's a lot to unpack, and then we have to think about nuances. I don't know how you, friend, I believe your pronouns are he, him.
Right.
But I just call you friend, because friend, per. But also, I have to also understand your experience as a Black man. Right. Those are some experiences I will never have, right? And vice versa as a Black woman. And so I understand you, you understand me, but we are not combative towards one another. Right. I try my best not to be, even if I don't agree, I try my best not be combative, but to understand, because I realize both of our audiences are in here. We sitting here with the commas in our following, you feel me? Right. So we also have to be understanding of that. And I'm going to defend you, you're going to defend me. And even if we disagree on screen or off screen, it ain't no, like, I'm not going to talk to them tomorrow. No, this still my friend.
Girl, I don't, listen.
Y'all be falling out with friends so bad. That's y'all problem now. Let me tell y'all something. Off subject. Y'all don't even have friends. I done had friends since I was in diapers. Y'all don't even have friends since last year. I need for y'all to get it together.
Fred, where you stay? You stay in Atlanta?
I stay in Atlanta. I'm visiting North Carolina because my grandmother's birthday is January the 3rd. She missed me because of the pandemic, so I'm up here with her.
So you in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, I live in Atlanta.
Okay, gotcha. So we haven't met out in public before, right?
No, we will. I'll be back down there. I'll tell you, cause people crazy. I'm gonna text you. I'll be there, but it'll be after the 1st.
But that's so weird. That's so crazy because it's like, you know, you come to my rescue, you come in and you know what I'm saying? You be on, like, you don't hold biases. You know what I'm saying? You just be on some real, you know, type shit that just help us understand. You say, I'm coming from a place of compassion, and you're speaking from a female perspective, and I speak from a male perspective. And it's like we meet in the middle, and it's like, it's just a perfect marriage. Like, I don't know you, you don't know me, and we just get along just in the lives. That's why I bring you up, because okay, maybe she can bring it to perspective for me. Maybe she...
Yeah. Because, friend, I'm not sitting here trying to go against nobody unless somebody is just, like, trying to be willfully ignorant.
And you know
I can understand... Right. I can understand all perspectives. Military brat, traveling as much as I do, I have had a life that most people would dream of. Yes. And I thank the ancestors for that. And because of that, my thought process is different. On top of that, I'm a psych major. So I process things a whole lot differently. So I'd be like, friend, okay, I see where you're going with it. And then when somebody says like they disagree, they